The World Explained. It's not what you think, it is what you think.
This is a very short introduction to the most important ideas from my book, Reality Check: Is the World What You Think? Do check out the book if you want to know more. The link is in the description below. You probably noticed the video title seems contradictory. How can the same concept both be and not be equal to something? But there's no mistake. Both parts are true. I'll explain exactly how in this lecture. So, pause for 5 seconds. Look around thoughtfully. How much of what you see is really there? And how much is constructed by your brain? 2,400 years ago, Plato asked, "What is real?" We still struggle to answer that today. In this video, we'll dissect the grand illusion we call the world. To understand the world, we need to start with our minds. They help us make sense of what psychologist William James called a child's one great blooming buzzing confusion. Every minute, your mind processes sensations from outside and inside you. It memorizes and organizes them, linking related experiences. This lets us recall them quickly when needed. Crucially, all external communications, words, images, stories, also reach us through our senses, like sight and hearing. What's more, our mind links external sensations to our internal feelings reacting to these sensations. This allows us to imagine and pre-feel what-if scenarios of the future, enabling us to optimize our actions. In short, our minds build internal models of the world. Without this model, we couldn't predict action outcomes better than random chance. Now, new science supports this idea. Over the last 20 years, neuroscientists Karl Friston and others have been developing the free energy principle. It sees living things as prediction machines. Your brain acts like an active inference tool. It builds and refines an internal model of the world to predict and explain sensory input. The rigorously developed mathematical theory says any organism that survives long-term may only do so by perfecting its model to predict accurately. This internal model isn't optional. It's a necessity of life. So we have this internal world model. Now ask, are we aware of anything outside this model? What could that be? It would have to be something we've never experienced or learned about. Otherwise, it's already in our model. Could it come from pure thought? No. Everything we think about connects to past experiences in some way, so it's still part of our model. We can never know anything objectively, beyond our senses. For us, any object is only the sum of our experiences of it. Granted, this is not your run-of-the-mill approach to understanding the world. Most people think we're born into a fully formed world and spend our lives discovering its fixed rules and objects. But that picture actually makes things harder, not easier. If the world exists completely outside our minds, we're stuck with an impossible task matching our private mental pictures to some mysterious, unreachable, real objects out there. What do we know about those objects besides what our eyes, ears, and other senses tell us? Nothing. And we can't know any more than that. Medieval scholastic philosopher William of Ockham formulated a principle called Occam's razor, which states, among competing hypotheses, the one with the fewest assumptions should be selected. Adding the independently existing inexplicable world into the picture doesn't help us understand anything. It just piles on complications. So, per the Occam's razor principle, we should let that idea go. Instead, think of objects as shortcuts our minds use. We group related experiences together and give the bundle a name. Creating objects is just a convenient way for us to organize our experiences. It is a technique our minds use to construct our internal world model. Our internal world model encompasses everything that we know. Therefore, for us, our internal world model is the world. Some people might be concerned that this way of thinking leads to extreme relativism, the idea that there's no such thing as objective truth or shared standards for truth, morality, or knowledge. And if that were the case, it could make meaningful communication between people impossible. Don't worry, I'll cover this important concern in one of my upcoming videos. Now, back to the lecture title. Is this what you thought the world was before watching this video? Probably not. It is not what you thought. That may not be the reality you expected, but maybe it's time for a new reality check. But what is it? We discovered that the world is your mind's product, built by analyzing and organizing your experiences. It is what you think. Paradox resolved. You can find in-depth exploration of this topic and answers to many more questions in my book, Reality Check: Is the World What You Think? The link is in the description below. Also, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. Thank you for watching.